Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I'm putting out at least one video a week, giving you guys absolutely free content that's gonna help you guys, whether it's long-term, short-term, just in finance and everything like that. So with that being said, let's jump back to the video. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Sunday night watch list. Now, we haven't done one of these in a while. That's because I've been in the midst of moving, and I finally got the office set up in the new house decently enough to where I can start putting out videos on the regular again, other than just the dividend videos that are pretty easy to do from my computer no matter where I'm at. So with that being said, let's jump into this one and what we are actually looking for this week bright and early. Yes, I don't pay for things like this, so there's going to be ads and stuff like that. So Federal Reserve minutes, this is going to be a big one here. Remember this one, the Fed is basically where all the money comes and goes. Whatever they say is going to affect our stock market pretty much no matter what. It'll affect bonds, it'll affect futures, it'll affect stocks. So make sure you're definitely watching that one, whether they're going to change rates, things like that. Now, the next one, U.S. retail sales. Now, this one's going to tie into number 3, pretty much for me. So, retail earnings. Now, why is this one a big deal? Well, because let's see how well these companies are really doing. Now, we didn't have we're not going to have the most, but we are going to have some big ones, such as Walmart here. You're going to see Target, Lowe's, Home Depot. So with that being said, I want to come on ahead in here and jump into the actual charts that we have here behind it. And you're going to see some of these. So these are not stocks that you're probably like, oh my God, this is the one that I was looking at. No, these are actually stocks that I'm actually getting ready to look into positions and entering them possibly tomorrow morning. So Crisp is the first one that we have here. I think personally, Crisp can go lower. So I like the 4-hour time frame. 1 year, 1 day. You can see ever since it ever hit this top and this 52-week high, it's been very very choppy. It hasn't been able to gain momentum again. Had a solid red day on Friday. So again, I am looking for a little bit of a pushback up into probably around that 130 range, so I can get short. And when I say I'm getting short on these, I'm not actually getting a short position technically. I am going to buy puts, and that is the best way. That way I have a maximum loss and I have uncapped potential. Now, I'm not going to use that uncapped potential unless I wake up the next morning and it's all the way down here and I get 100% win or something like that, because that does happen. I'm going to be just going for my 25%. Sometimes I get 10%, and I'm very, very happy with it, guys. Don't be greedy. If the stock has made its move already to the downside and you're in it and you got profit, don't be scared to take those profits off and let them go. Just because somebody says 25%, if the stock makes a huge move and it's more than likely going to push back up a little bit or coming into like resistance in this area or some support, which there more than likely will be, don't be scared to take profits. It's there. Take them. You can always get a pushback up a little bit and re-enter. Now, that's not personally my style, so let's go ahead and get into this one. I think Crisp is going to go down. Zoom is the other one that I'm really looking at this week. And mainly because obviously you can see that there's been a downtrend. Now, it's been trying to hold up near these 400s. It really hasn't been able to stay. They are a good company, guys. Zoom is a great company. Obviously, everybody used them during the pandemic and all of that. But I'm really looking forward to everything's opening back up now. I see this as a key line of support. Now, I do think that that's going to break. When I say that, I'm not exactly sure where we are shooting for. But I think as long as I can get just a little bit of a green, it may not be a very big green move, but I can get short in it and I can buy time. Now, when I say buy time, you guys are all looking at this, I'm not going out for tomorrow's expiration. I'm not going into this week's expiration. If it's August 15th, I'm probably going to September or October pretty minimum. And that's going to allow me to have... the delta is not going to absolutely kill me, and the theta is not going to kill me either. The theta burn is really going to kill you guys if you guys buy options that are closer to expiration. Now, when it comes down to SIG is one that it's not there yet, but it's one that I want to keep an eye on. So it is coming off 52-week highs at $83. I think that we can see a push back up at least into probably $75. I'm not saying that that's even going to happen this week. Again, I think you need to be able to let the market open and see some movement in order to see where we're kind of going. If the overall market absolutely tanks, don't be looking for these stocks to absolutely run up or something. Now, if it absolutely goes up, don't be scared, dude. That's when I will probably be looking to get into a Zoom short. Or you guys got to remember, there are news correlated with these stocks. Again, Zoom is more of a virus play with people going back to work and things like that. If we're going to shut back down, Zoom's going to pop. I guarantee you that. Again, medical, Avivive, they're obviously a medical company and stuff like that. So you guys just got to be aware of what you're doing. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. Don't just go off of what I'm saying, because I'm not showing you my strategy on here. I'm showing you my thoughts on what I'm looking for this week. Avivive, let me see here. This one I think could pop back up. Again, we're at all-time highs normally, and you guys can look this up in the past and go into numbers and everything else. When they hit these all-time highs, even if it's not an extreme all-time high, but they go up and they hit these all-time highs, normally they do have these solid pullbacks, and then you can go back. You can buy a dip. Again, knowing where the dip is. So kind of something that I do is a Keltner channel that I like to look at. Not everybody has to do this. You can apply it real fast, and you can kind of see where the dip is. Now, of course, I like to do the 1 year, 1 day for this, and then you would have been able to kind of buy in. Again, this is just what I do and the kind of the tools that I use every day on a daily basis for my swing trades. But those are just things that, again, look for. Now, I'm not saying go all technical analysis on every trade, but definitely be looking for them. So Avivive, I think Avivive can curl back up and at least go around and test and possibly hit that 120, since it was already super, super close. Now, TLT is one of these that it's going to fit my strategy, so that's the reason I'm putting it in here. I'm not going to probably play this one. This one's going to do a lot with the Fed and with the bonds, because obviously TLT deals a lot with bonds. It's an iShares product. It did technically confirm for puts earlier in this week. Actually, I think it was right around in here. But I do think that you're going to see this one climb back up. Again, this one is really going to depend on those Fed minutes and how you're going to see TLT move. So again, not one of those that I'm like, oh my God, looking for. Another one, though, that is going to be a play, and I think this one's actually a really good play, depending on how everything moves. And it's not going, there we go. Travelers. I think this one could be a great call play. It has already confirmed. I'm looking to get in as long as it doesn't break over this on Monday morning. And I don't have my right tool. So if we can get a break over this again, I think that you're going to see this. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going to fall back into here a little bit, because it absolutely could. And then get a push back up. And again, why I'm using options to trade this is because I want to be able to know my absolute max loss. Now, if you want to go long on these positions and buy stock, I think that's an absolutely great idea. And that if you want to short, buy cheaper options to go short on it. Just make sure you know where your theta and your deltas are to kind of be able to play these and to not get killed by theta burn, because it is a 100% real thing. But I think Travelers, this one with the reopening and everything, this one could end up back up. These two plays align with each other. If everything's opening back up, Zoom's obviously going to go down because not many people are working at home anymore. And then Travelers is going to go up because obviously there are more people traveling. It's a common sense play. It's a great play, I think, in my eyes. So ENPH is another play that I like here. Now, if you can guess what I'm going to be doing here, I'm actually looking short. Now, let's go out to a 1 year, 1 day chart. This one has it got up to that all-time highs, obviously, twice. And this is why I say when they get up to those all-time highs, more than likely they're going to at least retest into these. It even did get higher, and then it sold completely back off. And it's built back up, and it hit a high kind of again right in here. and it just has not been able to carry that momentum. I think you're going to see it at least go test 170 again, possibly 160. And again, this is my own due diligence. This is just kind of what I'm looking at myself, so keep that in mind. And then the only other play that I am looking at, and again, this has to do actually with the earnings plays this week, and that is going to be, I'm going to move this one actually, TG. Oh, my bad. Target, TGT. Why? This one's very simple, and the only reason I'm looking for this one, not only is it going to be an earnings play, and it could possibly be an earnings winner. Now, I am not going to buy in until earnings has happened. The one thing I want to happen on this one, again, we just hit this all-time, or this, I think it's an all-time high, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so this one has been running for the past couple of months. It's at an all-time high. I think we can get a little bit of a pullback. I mean, this one doesn't move a ton, so I'm not looking for a gigantic pullback. Just a little bit of a pullback in order to get myself an entry and set myself up. This one I will actually be buying shares on because I don't like target options. That's just me. I don't like the derivatives on them at all. If you guys don't know, that's all options are derivatives. So I will not be buying an option on target. I will probably be looking to get somewhere around 100 shares of it. Again, not a huge position, but it is a sizable position considering how much target is. And then, yeah, I'll probably be looking for 100 shares and hopefully get a little bit of a retest back up there, make a little bit of money, and be able to get out. I won't be looking for that 25. Heck, I probably won't even be looking for, 5% on a shares move. I'm just looking for a little bit of a cash in return in order to keep cash flowing. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys all make sure you guys do your own due diligence, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.